So we are trying to understand the cosmology section that is given in Bhagavatam, in which there are different understanding. So this is like kind of the universe that we have seen, right? So which is like there is a material universe and there is a spiritual world. In spiritual world, there are different planets for different incarnations of the Lord. And there is also Goloka, where Lord Krishna stays, Dwaraka, Mathura, and different abodes for each of the incarnation of the Lord. Vaikuntha is there. So these are all Vaikuntha lokas. So beyond Vaikuntha loka, there is a Brahma Jyoti, which is the effulgence of the Lord. And in that effulgence, there is Lord Vishnu expands himself as Karanatakashaya Vishnu, and he lays himself in Karana ocean. And from him, from his hair pores, lot of universes are coming. And in one such universe, again Lord Vishnu, Karanadaksha Vishnu expands himself as Garbhodaksha Vishnu, and from his navel, the lotus will come, and on top of the Brahmaji will be born, and he divides that lotus into 14 planetary systems. So this is the overall picture that we are seeing here. So within that universe, if we see, there are so many varieties. Like within that universe, 14 planetary systems are there. So we will like from Lord Vishnu, like Lotus is coming, Brahmaji is born, is getting born, and so many planetary systems are there in between. So now, till now, this question started with Priyavrat traveling along with sun and dividing the universe into 7 dvipas. So from where that question started. So now there is a till now we have seen the aspect of Jambu Dvipa, where in center there is Jambu Dvipa, and from there are other 7 Dvipas that we have seen. So this Bhumandala is compared to a lotus flower, in which the central part is like Jambu Dvipa, in which the Mount Sumeru looks like a spherical. So if you imagine this is to be one universe, this Bhumandala is like a one horizontal structure which is situated inside the universe. And in this Bhumandala, also again inside there is a 7 Dvipas in between. And these 7 Dvipas which are inhabited, they are all separated by oceans. And in between Jambu Dvipa is there. It is compared to a lotus flower or this kind of flower which we can see. Like this flower is nice here. So in between there is one Dvipa. Surrounding is one more level of layer of petals, and then surrounding is one more layer of petals. So exactly the Dvipas looks like in this way. So maybe so this is the Jambu Dvipa that we have seen. Like 7 Varshas are there, which are separated by great mountains, and in between Mount Meru is there. 9 Varshas total. So there are 9 Varshas. In each of the Varsha, one personality, one incarnation of the Lord is being glorified. So last time we have seen Bharata Varsha. So all these Varshas we have discussed, and one particular incarnation that is being glorified in that particular Varsha. So now the question will come, where is our earth, where we are staying, right? So as we have discussed, this Bharata Varsha is lying southern to Himalaya mountain. And in scriptures, there is the description that this Bharata Varsha is again divided into 9 parts. And those 9 parts are called in different scriptures in different ways. Sometimes it is called as a Sudarshan, Sudarshan Deepa. Sometimes it is called as Navadvipa. So like that, in various ways, this is called. And like sometimes it is also called as Bharata Kanda. So our earth, which is where we are staying, is said to be like the southernmost tip in this Bharata Varsha. which is like uh, Bhugola, which is like spherical shape, which is like our Earth that we know. So this is the place that uh, the Bharata Khanda is referring to the whole Earth here. So this is like Greater Himalayas, which is like height is like 10,000 kilo yojanas height. But the Himalayas that we know, that height is very small compared to these Himalayas. So these are called as Greater Himalayas. In the Himalayas that we see above uh, our Bharat, so those are like projection of these Himalayas, like small representation of those small Himalayas inside in Earth in our India. So, so that is a description that is given. These are the nine Himalayas, Bharatavarsha. It is like 9,000 yojanas with Bharatavarsha. In that, that Bharatakanda is 1,000 yojanas width. That 1,001 yojana is approximately 6 to 8 kilometers. So, if we calculate that width of Bharatakhanda, which is 1,000 yojanas, is uh, approximately is equal to 6,000 miles, which is approximately equal to the diameter of Earth. So, in this way, the position is given uh, Earth. There is a uh, these are all we have seen. Jambu Dvipa in between. Mount Sumeru is there. Mount Ganges is flowing in this way. All these descriptions we have seen. So this is the Bharatavarsha that we see. Now the explanation of Bharatavarsha. Okay, there is one uh, there is a one more description in Mahabharata before the war about this earth. So there, one description comes of in describing Jambu Dvipa, there is a description where it said that one planet called Sudarshana is there, and that Sudarshana it is a spherical planet, and uh, like from a space, if someone sees uh, that planet has two like leaves of people tree, Ashwatha Vriksha, and in one part it looks like that, in another part it looks like a rabbit. So like that there is a description. One Sri Vaishnava Acharya, Sri Tiruvenkat Ramanujajiya, he sketched on those descriptions in a paper. So that looks like here is kind of sketched like something like a rabbit, and then there is a two banyan leaves, and it kind of when he like it is also said that it is like a mirror image if we take, also from above if we say some mirror image if we take, it looks like this, which is like these are representing America and these are like all the India and Africa and other places. This is like Australia. So it looks like some description of the earth where we are staying. So this is how this. So that's how when if any of you have heard Sankalpa Mantra, so this map can be mapped to here, Google. So Sankalpa Mantra, if any of you have heard, there is a description that uh, like there is a description that Jambu Dvipe, there is like Sankalpa Mantra is one. Whenever someone do some vrata, some yajna, they will take some kind of mantra. There they say currently we are situated in this Bhumandala in the Jambu Dvipa, in Bharatavarsha and Bharatakanda. So like that they say. So there that is being what is being referred as we are being like kind of situated in Jambu Dvipa Like there are seven dvipas which are like surrounding each other. In that, we are situated in the middlemost planet, which is like Jambu Dvipa. And in that Jambu Dvipa also, yeah, there are nine Varshas. So this is like whole Jambu Dvipa, which is surrounded by salt ocean. In that Jambu Dvipa, there is a Bharata Varsha, which is like southernmost tip. And in Bharata Varsha also Bharata Kanda, which is like earth. And uh, in that also below the southern Dakshine Himalaya, so below southern side of Himalayas, we are kind of residing. Godavari Tire Asya Sankalpa, like that we kind of take. So this is all representing this this place where we are staying according to the geography. So that is this is about this Jambu Dvipa. And in scriptures, if we read Mahabharata or Ramayana in other places, there are references people going to other Varshas. For example, in Bhagavatam itself, there is a description of Parikshit going to these Kimpurush Varsha, Hari Varsha, Bhadrash Varsha, Kuru Varsha, and wherever he is going, he is hearing the glories of Pandavas. Like that, there is a description. And in the time of Yudhishthira Maharaj and Arjuna also, Arjuna is also, when he is conquering the well, he is able to travel to these places, and he went to Uttar Kuru and came back also, collecting taxes. And there is a description of Pandavas going to greater Himalayas with the help of Gatotkacha. And there, one pastime of Bhima going crossing these and me in Kimpurshvarsha, he meets kind of Hanumanji. There is a pastime of Hanumanji's tail being lifted. So these are all narrated in the scriptures. And there is a pastime of Sugriva narrating whole description of different varshas, different geography to Lord Ram. Like when he was ordering his soldiers to search for Sita, so Sugriva told the whole geography. Then when Lord Ram asked, "How did you know about all this geography?" Then he told that when Vali was chasing me, uh, I didn't find any place to stay. So therefore I traveled all over the universe, all over this Bhumandala, finding a place, safe place. So therefore I know all these places that now has come to uh, I am now able to use that knowledge in your service. So like that, Sugriva says. So in this way, like but in Satya Yuga, like in previous yugas, like Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, people may be able to travel to other dvipas also. This is like Jambu Dvipa and other dvipas, they are able to travel. But in Dwapara Yuga, starting of Kali Yuga, like Parikshit and Yudhishthir Maharaj, Arjuna, they were able to travel within Jambudvipa. But as Kali Yuga progressed, only the restriction people are limited to Bharatavarsha. And even in Bharatavarsha also, it is said that one one khanda people, one division people cannot go to other division. That means people of earth cannot go to another dvipas within this Bharatavarsha. So that is mentioned. If we hear the biography of Madhvacharya, who is a great South Indian Acharya, where in our lineage also we are coming. Madhvacharya, he traveled to greater Himalayas. There is a description that he goes to Himalayas in our earth, Bharatvarsha, Bharat in India, where Himalayas are there. From there, he kind of flew to greater Himalayas. That is the description. And no one can go to that greater Himalayas. That Madhvacharya is said to be the incarnation of uh, Vayu. So therefore he could travel. So like that he travels two times, go to greater Himalayas. And in that greater Himalayas, Lord Vyasdev, he is staying now also. And Naranarayan Rishis, they are performing tapasya now also. Their deity forms are also there. So if Madhvacharya went and met that Vyasdevan king. So like that the biography of Madhvacharya says. So that means these places they are being accessed for very limited people. So that is how the situation of Bharatavarsha that is being given. So now let us go to the description of the other dvipas. So there is a description of this is like innermost dvipa. So this is called Jambu Dvipa. This Jambu Dvipa, if its size is X, this like for example, it's like 1 lakh yojanas from top to bottom. That is the description. So surrounding Jambu Dvipa is an old saltwater ocean, which is also of the disk size of the same size as Jambu Dvipa, 1 lakh yojanas. And surrounding this salt water, there is a Deepa called as Lakshadweepa, which is the twice size as this Jambu Dweepa. And it is surrounded by a sugarcane juice Dweepa, which is like twice. And surrounding this is a Shalmali Dweepa, which is like double the size of Lakshadweepa. That means 4 times the size of Jambu Dweepa, which is surrounded by some liquor ocean. And then you see it is surrounded by Kushat Dvipa, which is like double of this. It is surrounded by clarified butter ghee, which is also same size as Kushat Dvipa, which is surrounded by Krauncha Dvipa, which is like double, and which it is surrounded by milk ocean, which is double, and Shaka Dvipa, which is double, and then it is surrounded by yogurt, which is like curd, and then it is surrounded by Pushkara Dvipa, which is like double the size of Shaka Dvipa, and it is surrounded by sweet drinking water. So this figure, so this whole description is being depicted here. So this is like Jambu Dvipa, which is very small compared to whole Bhumandala, X size. Surrounding it is a salt water, which is of the same width of this salt water is same as the diameter of Jambu Dvipa. So X is the diameter of Jambu Dvipa, salt water is also X, the width, the ring width. Then surrounding it is a Plaksha Dvipa, which is like twice the size of Jambu Dvipa. And surrounding it is a sugarcane juice ocean, which is the same that the radius of Lakshadweepa is equal to the width of this sugarcane juice ocean. Then there is a Shalmali Dweepa, then liquor ocean, Kusha Dweepa, again, then Ghee ocean, and then Krauncha Dweepa, and then there is a milk ocean, then Shaka Dweepa. So these are all not according to the scale. If you drew according to scale, Jambu Dweepa is like a point. These are all like doubling in the size. And then finally, there is a Pushkara Dvipa. Surrounding it is a sweet drinking water. So this is like structure, like Bhumandala is like a kind of a disk in which these 7 dvipas are there, surrounded by one big ocean. So like and each of the dvipa there is a particular mention that in Jambu Dvipa we have seen how everyone is worshipping different forms of the Lord in different ways. Some people. Shalmani Dvipa, the like Plaksha Dvipa is the next Dvipa. In Plaksha Dvipa, people worship Surya Dev as a like Surya Dev as a representative of the Supreme Lord. They praise him, and then like they can uh, and then there is a next there is also a great tree surrounding that Plaksha Dvipa, so which is called as Plaksha Vriksha, based on that the name of Plaksha Dvipa has come. It is said that the Plaksha Dvipa, the Plaksha tree is also similar to the Jambu tree in the Jambu Dvipa, from which Jambu Dvipa got its name. Jambu is like kind of the fruit tree. So Plaksha Dvipa also got its name from that Plaksha tree. They pray to sun god that you are the reflection of Lord Vishnu, and from you the all the Vedas and religions they are all coming. The next comes the Shalmar Dvipa, where they pray to the Soma, moon god, representing the Lord. So like that, Agni Deva in the Kusha Dvipa, Kauncha Dvipa, Varuna Deva, Shaka Dvipa, Vayu. And in Pushkara Dvipa, they worship Lord Brahma as representative of the Lord. And in Plaksha Dvipa, there is a Plaksha tree. Shalmali Dvipa, there is a Shalmali tree. Kusha Dvipa, there is Kusha grass everywhere. And in Krauncha Dvipa, there is a mountain called Krauncha mountain. And Shaka Dvipa, there is a big Shaka tree. And there is a Shalmali Dvipa, that Shalmali Vriksha, uh, where Garuda resides, that Vriksha sometimes. So this is very huge, so therefore Garuda can reside. So in Puranas, Mahabharata and Ramayana, there is a description of some of these Varshas being described. So yeah, in Puranas these are all coming. And uh, then finally when it comes to Pushkara Dvipa, there is a great flower, lotus flower, which is having 1,000 golden petals, on top of which Brahmaji sits. So that's how the name of Pushkara Dvipa has come. So all these different dvipas, they are being ruled by the sons of Priyavrata. After that, they have given that kingdom to their particular sons, and they have retired and worshipped the Lord. So in that way, that description is there. So and then in this Pushkara Dvipa, there is a great mountain called as Manasottara mountain. This Manasottara mountain is like 10,000 yojanas high, and uh, this Manasottara mountain, the speciality is that on top of this Manasottara mountain, Suryadev travels in a chariot. So that is the description of this Manasottara mountain. We will discuss more about travels of Manasottara mountain later. And then surrounding this Pushkara Dvipa is a sweet drinking water, which is of the same width as the Pushkara Dvipa. And beyond that also there is a description of a inhabited land, and there is a width of that also given. Beyond that there is a golden land, there is a description, which is like any object which is fall in this object, it will not be visible because of the shining of that gold. So therefore people are not able to stay there. There is some small description of golden land there. And beyond that, there is a description of a mountain called as Loka Loka mountain. So Loka Loka mountain is a great mountain which is of so huge size, which kind of separates the Loka and Aloka. Loka means people, places where people are living, and Aloka is a place people are not living. So that mountain which separates Loka and Aloka is called as Loka Loka mountain. So this is very huge, and although beyond this, sun rays also will not go. So therefore it is very dark. So therefore it is called as Aloka Varsha, which is like very dark. So this is like, and then uh, this Loka Loka mountain is so huge. On top of this Loka Loka mountain, four elephants, big elephants, they stay and they kind of stabilize the Bhumandala. That is also the description. So it is like Aloka Varsha. So these are all not according to the scale. So if according to the scale, if we read, if you draw, this is like from center of Mount Sumeru to the extent of this Loka mountain, it is 1 billion miles. And from here to the end of this Aloka Varsha, it is 1 billion miles. That means this is half of this size. And Pushkara Dvipa is like 64 times 128, 64 times more than this Jambu Dvipa. So Jambu Dvipa is like a point, very small size when it compares to this whole Bhumandala. So that is how this Bhumandala's horizontal structure is described. Now, like as you mentioned, if we drew according to the scale, Jambudvipa is like a point when compared to the other Varshas. So Pushkara Varsha is like from here, the distance between Sun and this Jambudvipa, if we calculate, which will come according to this calculation, 14.75 million yojanas, 15.75 million yojanas, which if we convert into miles, is approximately the distance between the sun and earth, which the modern scientists also saying approximately. So the matching between the distance between earth and sun is matching with the current understanding that is there. So this is like horizontal structure that we have discussed. Now there is a vertical structure of the universe, which we can understand. So for understanding the whole picture, vertical structure, the universe, and for this thing. So this Bhumandala that we have seen is horizontal in nature. So this vertical structure, if we go, there are 14 planetary systems in the vertical. So below this is a Garbhodaka ocean, which is like up to the half of the universe that is filled. So above that is like above Ananta Shesh, the Bhumandala is being placed. This Bhumandala is this thing. This is the horizontal structure that we have discussed. And in that horizontal structure, we have said there is a great mountain called as Loka mountain, which separates the Aloka Varsha with the Loka Varsha. So this is like all the dark space which is called as Aloka Varsha. And inside this is a space which is called as Loka Varsha, Loka, where all people stay. And this height of this Loka mountain is so huge, so that the sun's rays will not go to this place. So therefore it is called as Aloka Varsha. And the sun, as mentioned, is moving around Manasottara mountain, which is kind of situated in the Bhumandala on top of a mountain. One chariot, the sun is kind of moving, revolving around Mount Meru. So from here, from the place of Bhumandala till the place of Dhruvamandala, all the planetary systems they move around their orbits. But above Dhruvaloka, four planetary systems are there: Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapoloka, Swargaloka. These four planetary systems, they don't move. They are fixed planetary systems. And below Bhumandala, in the Bhumandala itself, it is like they are like the caves inside the Bhumandala. There are 7 planetary systems which are called as lower planetary systems. They are Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, and Rasatala. So these are the 7 planetary systems. And Bhumandala, where different 7 Dvipas are there. This is called as Bhuloka, Bhurloka. And then between Bhurloka, above, if you go, there is a space area which is called as Bhuvarloka. Antariksha, it is also called as Antariksha. Above that is a Swargaloka, which is like heavenly planetary systems, in which all the which will start with the moon and other planetary systems. All the different heavenly planetary systems are situated here till the point of Dhruva Loka. Dhruva Loka is kind of fixed loka, which is Dhruva Loka is like a Vaikuntha Loka, uh, which is like the Lord Vishnu's abode, where Dhruva Maharaj is situated, where we have seen the pastime of Dhruva Maharaj, where Dhruva goes. So above Dhruva Loka are the four upper planetary systems: Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapoloka, and Satyaloka. So during one day of Brahmaji, after the end of one day of Brahmaji, the planets below Dhruvaloka, they all get inundated. So one day of Brahmaji is like 1,000 thousand yuga cycles, Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga. This completes one cycle. So like that, this complete cycle is called as one Divya Yuga, and 1,000 such Divya Yugas will make one day of Brahma. So at the end of Brahmaji's one day, all these planetary systems, they are all below Dhruvaloka, including Swargaloka. They will be inundated with an ocean.